Alright guys, I'm going to try and help you out here. Like Jacket coming at you with a how-to video on how to replace your PC fan. The fan on my liquid-cooled radiator inside my PC just recently went kaput. See how sadly that spins? If your fan is also like this, then you're going to want to watch this video so you can learn how to replace the fan on your PC. What's up guys, ID Tech ASU Like a Jacket coming at you with a video. That's right, I'm going to help you out. So stay tuned, check it out, stick for more, come back around. See you later. So when you get your fan out, you want to go ahead and start connecting everything. And of course you want to make sure that you have the available connections inside your PC case. You'll see on the back of your power supply, you'll have a lot of connections in on there. But every now and then, you might have an extra cable that you can plug in. This is a 4-pin PC port. It's a 4-pin peripheral power cable, basically used for fans. The Thermaltake Riing LED comes with a 4-pin extender. Basically, the one you have would plug into the back, and if you needed to add another fan, you plug into the front. Very handy. Of course, this end here will connect to this bit here, which powers the fan. Go ahead and plug it in, do a test startup, and we'll see it light up. Alright, second fan. Go ahead and open that. Don't want to lose all these parts. Kind of important. And I don't really care about the box. I'm just going to rip it out. Comes with screws if you need them. And just go ahead and undo that. And again, with this second fan, I'm going to go ahead and put that in the case like so. Now the important thing to remember about these fans is which way you want that airflow to go. Okay. As you can see, this fan spins very easily this way. Again, as always, when you put your fans on, you want to make sure which way the air is blowing. Is either blowing this way or it's blowing that way. It's important when I'm installing here because I want the air to either come into the case or I want it to go out of the case. In the instance of my radiator, I want to have the fan blowing or pulling air the same direction that it was originally. I'm simply replacing the fan, so there's no sense to reverse the airflow that would be natural to it. Now, a good way to figure out which way your fan is blowing is to give the fan power, then hold a piece of air or paper in front of it. If it pushes the paper away, that is the way that the air is going. If it sucks it in, that's the way the air is flowing. So in our case, the air is flowing from this side to this side. The air is going this way. So in the case of the fan that I'm going to put on the side of my case, I want the air to come into the PC. This being the front, this being the back, I want to attach my fan more or less like so that the side of the case can pull air into the PC case and the radiator can expel it outwards. So say here, connector, you grab that, just be pretty straightforward. They just snap all together. And then of course, you want to connect that to the appropriate piece there. Oop. Plug it in the back. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now, we start up the computer. As you can see, the LEDs are on. The fan works. It has power. I'm going to go ahead and connect the second fan while we're at it, and then we'll pull apart the PC, and we'll see from there. Take my fan, this fan case, put it down, And of course I make sure that the case fan is the appropriate size, which again, as I stated earlier, is 120 millimeters. Line it up. Grab your preferred thing. And of course, you don't want to do what I just did and drop your little screws. And you just proceed to screw them in. And of course, to ensure that all the screws go in the right spot and that the fan goes on evenly, I install them like I would a car wheel, which is, one at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and finish screwing these all into place. And if you meet too much resistance, as in it's too hard to screw your screws in, then it's very likely that you've put them in crooked. And you don't want that. It's not too big of a deal, but it's not ideal. You can see that the fan is firmly attached. Got some loose plastic that we ground out. And the fan will spin nicely. Now, I don't have a spare connector in here, so I'm going to have to use this extension that I use on my other one to connect the fan. So again, simply connect these pieces and connect the back end to the back end of this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Now it's connected like so. Of course, before you turn your PC or touch the inside of your PC, you always want to ground yourself on metal. That means to remove any charges you might be carrying from moving around, static electricity, things like that. If you introduce a charge from outside the PC into it, you might short or, well, essentially distort some things on the inside. I'm going to go ahead and flip the switch, give power to the power supply on the computer, and turn it on. As you can see, both fans are working nicely. And as I wanted, the air is being pushed into the case so that the fan that I'm putting on my radiator is going to pull it out. Now this is the part where I'm going to be very careful, because on the inside of my PC, the radiator is connected to the fan in itself. So when I unscrew the fan, I'm going to have to hold the radiator. There's not really a whole lot of room here. And of course, as you pull the screws out of any boxes or the PC case in and of itself, you always want to make sure you know where you're putting them. For me, it's easy because I'm not working on a whole lot of parts right now. So I can just kind of put them in a pile right here. But you do, of course, want to pay attention to where these cords are going. Or the screws. I mean, also the cords, because when you put the cases in, if you couldn't tell, add a lot of extra cables. There we are. And that's the radiator. Right there, ain't that a fancy piece? I'm going to set that to the side for now. We're going to blow some air. One thing every PC owner should own, aside from a PC, is a handy dandy cleaning duster thing. Basically, it's compressed air and it's going to let you shoot dust out of whatever you're doing. So, let's see here. a lot of dust in there. Let's see here. Alright. The nice thing with all fans is that they're all the same. So I get to just simply remove the fan from essentially part of the circuitry. The fan simply like so. See, unlike the nice Thermaltakes, where it's one piece where you can plug in and then immediately behind it plug in another one, this is an older fan where you plug in on one side and then you plug in on the other side. Also, see how poorly that spins compared to this? Definitely a time for replacement. Well, now that that's taken care of, I can just plug in my fan and get on my merry way. And again, I want to match what it was doing, and so I want it to push out the air, drawing that air out of the radiator, pushing it out of my PC. Start with one corner. Again, I'm not tightening the screws all the way. This will ensure that I'm able to line them up before I cinch something all the way and all of a sudden realize that I'm not screwing. These aren't screws, these are bolts. You see there's no point there, it's a bolt. Screwing this all the way in. Now it's just a matter of tightening up all the bolts, ensuring that my radiator is secured in place. Now, one final test. Well, I have ascertained that everything works. Time to shut it down. Tie up all my cables. Put everything back in. And that's it. And everything's beautiful. Don't want to forget, screw the screws back on the case. These are typically, or for my case anyways, they're hand screws. Very easy to do by hand. Of course, if you have to, you can use a screw as well. And there you have it. That's how you replace the fan on your computer. Hope you guys learned a thing or two. Now, just remember, you always want to make sure you ground yourself on your computer. That's just so you don't destroy anything electrical, because when you build up a charge on your fingers and you touch your computer parts, you can spark. But you see, it's a nice white glow there, a nice blue glow there. I'll go ahead and turn out the lights. And then a pretty white light there. And a pretty blue light there. Sup guys, if you see back here, we've got some cool things going on, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's in there somewhere. Like and subscribe, because that would be cool. That's all I got.